Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Molly. Molly, like Molly, is a pet form of the English female name Mary, although it has become a popular female given name in its own right. Mary is the anglicized version of the French Marie, from the Latin Maria, both of which are derived from the Hebrew Miryam, who appears in the book of Exodus as the sister of Moses and Aaron. So the evolution of Molly went something like this: Hebrew, Miryam, mu alpha rho iota alpha mu, Greek, Miriam, Maria, Latin, Marie, French, Mary, English, Molly, English pet form. Finding the ultimate etymological source for the Hebrew Miryam was not so easy. There are varying theories and schools of thought out there as to the true linguistic root of this ancient Hebrew name. After much study, we have come to believe that the original Hebrew Miriam came from the ancient Egyptian Mry, meaning beloved, which in hieroglyphics would have appeared as a picture of a finger above a human mouth sitting to the left of two reeds, from the element Mr, meaning love. The reason why this etymology makes the most sense to us is simple. In the Bible, although Hebrew, Miriam and her family were born into Egyptian captivity, hence the exodus back to the Promised Land. It is believed that Moses and Aaron's names are also derived from ancient Egyptian words. Aside from Miriam's Egyptian source, the name has also been tied to the Hebrew marar, rebellious, in reference to Miriam's minor rebellion against her brother Moses, or the Hebrew root marar, to be bitter, in reference to Miriam's bitter opposition against Moses's marriage to a Kushite woman. Kushites were dark-skinned Northern African nomadic/tribal people. In medieval England, nicknames such as Moll, and Mal developed from Mary and eventually morphed into the modern-day Molly and Molly, which became independently given names by the 18th century. Molly is also occasionally considered a pet form of Margaret, meaning pearl, but it is definitely more strongly associated with the beloved Mary. Molly is currently a top 10 favorite in Sweden of all places. It also ranks impressively high in Ireland, Northern Ireland, England, Scotland, and Australia. It's also on the top 100 list in the United States. Personality of the girl named Molly. The number 5 personality loves the excitement of life and can easily adapt to all situations. As natural adventurers, these personalities thrive on the new and unexpected and prefer to be in constant motion. It makes them feel alive. They'll stir up some action if there's not enough around, and as inherent risk-takers, they enjoy pushing the envelope. Naturally rebellious, the 5 personality has no fear and never resists change. Traveling and new experiences feed their souls. 5s are very social and attract friends with ease. People love to be around the 5 fun-loving and exciting energy. This is also a lucky number in numerology, like the 3s, so fortune seems to shine on them, helped along by their own optimism and good nature. 5s have a quick wit, a cerebral mind, and are generally very persuasive. Popularity of the girl named Molly. The name Molly didn't perform so well in the first half of the 20th century. In fact, it spent 50 years climbing a mere 100 positions up the charts. It really wasn't until the 1980s when the name finally took off in popularity. She landed a position on America's Top 100 list for the first time ever in 1987. Although not as popular as Molly today, Molly with an IE was the preferred spelling more than 100 years ago at the turn of the 20th century. In any case, the name Molly seems to have reached a plateau at the upper end of the Top 100 list, ranked number 90 in 2012. Molly is an adorable name for a girl that hasn't become so trendy that it feels overused. There's a certain feistiness to Molly that makes her more than just another cute name. Quick facts on Molly. Gender, girl. Origin, English. Number of syllables, 2. Ranking popularity, 102. Pronunciation, MOLEE. Simple meaning, beloved. Characteristics of Molly. Progressive, sensual, adventurous, adaptable, freedom-loving, easygoing, intellectual. Cultural references to the baby name Molly. Literary characters of the baby name Molly. Molly is one of the characters in the popular American Girl series, one of the first 3 released in 1986, and representing the World War II era. She is a cheerful, bespectacled Midwestern girl for whom the war means only that she misses her father, who is serving in it. She is made aware of the first-hand realities of war, however, when she meets the English girl, Emily Bennett, who has been transplanted to America for her safety. Molly begins to learn about the larger impact of world events upon people, and it has a sobering effect. Luckily for all her fans, though, Molly is still lively and lovable, and she still hates turnips and math. Molly Bloom is the wife of Leopold Bloom in James Joyce's modernistic masterpiece, Ulysses, published in 1922. The action takes place during a single day in 1904, following the everyday activities of Bloom and Stephen Dedalus, and assumes a parallel with the Homeric legend. Initially banned in both the United Kingdom and the United States on charges of obscenity, it was a highly controversial book for its explicit depictions of sexuality. It has also been heralded as the first example of stream of consciousness. Molly Bloom is a sensuous, voluptuous, forthright, unfaithful, and highly physical woman, whose soliloquy in the final chapter of the book, 8 long unpunctuated run-on sentences, stands as a monument to the resoundingly female ability to accept and embrace life fully, with an echoing "Yes, I will, yes." Popular songs on Molly. A song by Nirvana, Miss Molly, Molly Coddled, Lee and Molly, Devil with a Blue Dress On / Good Golly Miss Molly, a song by the Old 97s, a song by Incubus, a song by Creedence Clearwater, Good Golly Miss Molly, Handsome Molly, a song by Kingston Trio, Run Molly, Run, a song by Eva Cassidy, Molly and Mary Jane, a song by Bill Morrissey, Molly Darling, a song by Eddie Arnold, Molly, a song by Tilt, a song by Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels, a song by Mindless Self-Indulgence, Anna Molly, a song by El Mays, Explicit, Molly. D. Molly's Chamber, Molly's Lips, Song for Molly, a song by Kings of Leon, a song by Ziggy Marley, a song by Say Anything, Every Man Has a Molly, Dark-Eyed Molly, Lazy Elsie Molly, a song by Chubby Checker, a song by Lucy Kaplansky. Famous people named Molly. Molly Ringwald, actress, Molly Brown, Titanic survivor, Molly Sims, actress/model, Molly Parker, actress, Molly Picon, actress, Molly Shannon, actress,